Hi friends, welcome to Learner Ansari Java tutorial. In this tutorial, you are going to learn the types of variables. So let us see what are the types of variables. There are three types of variables. One is a local variables and the second one is instance variables and the third one is class variable or static variables. So these are all the types of variables. So let us understand what is a local variable. Local variable. The local variables are variables which is declared inside the method. Is declared inside the method. So and instance variables. Instance variables. Instance variables are variables which is declared outside the method but inside the class. So the instance variable is nothing but it's a variable which is declared inside, sorry, which is declared outside the method but inside the class. The instance variable has default value, but the variables local variable doesn't have default value. There is no default value for local variables, but it has instance variable has default value, and then class are static variables. The class of static variables are variables. It's very similar to the class variable, sorry, instance variables which is declared as static keyword. So the variable, whatever is declared as static, is a class or static variable. The static variable can be declared outside the method. method. Even static variables have default values. So I hope you understand the types of variables theoretically. So let us learn the types of variables practically. So let me create a class variable types. So first, let me create a method or local variable. Just create a local variable, just a method name. So as I said, the variables declared inside a method is called local variables. So let me create a variable inside here. Integer, number, and integer age. So Okay, no need to create, define it again and again. So we can do it here itself. So integer, number, and age. So both are local variables as it is declared inside the method local var. So as I said, the local variables do not have default values. So we cannot print it without initializing the local variables. For example, if you're trying to print the number and the age, we will get the compilation error. So it is showing the error. The variable might not have been initialized here. Yeah, the variable age may not have been initialized, as well as the local variable num may not have been initialized. So local variable do not have any default value. If it is an instance and class variable, it does have default value. So the default value of integer is 0. For the instance variable, it will be printed 0. For example, let us create a instance variable. Instance variables are variables which is declared outside the method. So integer salary. So now the salary is a instance variable. It is declared inside a class but outside the method. So it has a default value. For example, let us print it. We can print it either here inside the local variable method or inside a main method. Wherever we want, we can print. So system.out.println. I am printing a salary. Okay. So we are not getting any error in this line number 10. But here we are having the error because the number and age is not initialized. So what we have to do is we have to initialize before using the variables. I mean the local variable. So well, insert keyword, yeah, 0. Then again age is equal to 0. Now the error is gone because we have initialized the local variables. So here we have not given any default value. Already it has a default value as it is a instance variable. Now let us understand what is a static variable. The static variable is also called as a class variable. The static variable is also similar to a class variable, but it has a keyword static integer, and class variable. We can give any name. For example, pi. Okay. For example, number. So this number. So default value is therefore a static variable. We don't need to initialize it. We can use it directly. System. Okay, we can give a number. That's it. So let us call the local variable by creating a object for variable types. Variable types is equal to new variable types. So v dot local var. That's it. So let us execute this program. So 0, yeah, 0 0 for this local variable number and age we have initialized here. We if we hadn't initialized, we wouldn't have got this output because the local variable must be initialized. Otherwise, we cannot use it. The compiler will give us an error. It may not have been initialized. But here we don't need to initialize anything. By default, it will take 0, and static variable also will have 0. So salary is printed as 0 and number is printed as 0. So I hope you understand the types of variable. And the point I'm here, the point I make it here is the static variable cannot be used inside the non-static variable cannot be used inside the static method. For example, the salary, the instance variable cannot be used inside the static method because the instance variables are the properties of a class. So the properties of a class cannot be accessed inside the static. We have to create a object to access the instance variables. But static variable can be used inside the static or non-static without creating the object. So we need not create because the static doesn't belong to a class, so that we will discuss it in the later tutorial. So the point I make it here is instance variables are belongs to a class, so we have to create a object to access it, but static is not like that. We can access directly without creating any object. So hope you understand. Thank you for watching.